good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is fight night, and we got Bloomlord versus Blue Flare. My opponent here on the left, and myself on the right, piloting, Blue Flare. Like I said in the past, I love Blue Flare. Yes, I love giving Melga the bye whenever I play it, but it is fun regardless. So I'm gonna start the game here with a male bird, dropping the Kiriha, no rookie, which is happens a lot actually. So my opponent here is going to go into the Pomu and raising here, go into the Weedmon for one. They've got memory for days. Let's see what they can do with it. He's going to go ahead and drop the Palmon here. Myself reading, I've played against Bloomlord a good amount of times, but just want to make sure exactly what it can pick up and what it can't pick up, just so that I'm aware. And he's going to go ahead and grab the Hydra here. So yeah, currently sitting at one memory, my opponent here, and then going into the Agitar in the back, setting me to 3. I'm going to swing with the male bird because I do have Kiriha. I can save that now, and it does survive. And looks like I'm going to go ahead and just drop a Joe, dropping it, my opponent here to 1. Not really too afraid here. I have both tamers set up, which is really, really helpful. And Blue Flare is all about the clapback afterwards, so Agitar is going to go ahead and use its effect here, tap Patamon to grab the to drop the Palmon, then to grab the Weedmon. So yeah, pretty good. He's going to go into the Weedmon for 1, going to 0. And let's see what he can do. Is he going to go into Bloom? He's going to go into the Argomon here for 0. Suspending the Agitar, and it looks like we see a Bloom here. No, we see a Hydra going to 5, and then effect, because he has 2 rested, he gets to bottom deck me. Kind of a good card, kind of insane. So I'm gonna go ahead and bottom deck that, and I go to 5, then I gain 2 memory off of the Joe. So Joe really paying off here. Let's see what I can do to kind of yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Decker here to draw a 4, go into the Gaussian raising, and I definitely need to stun the Argomon, probably the most threatening Digimon here right now, just because it is the 5. He can go into the Bloom. Hydra is scary, but not that scary. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the Sorai here, stripping the 4 sources, just letting it so that it can attack me, and that I do have a perfect 2 memory for the Joe, because that Hydra ain't going anywhere. So he's gonna go ahead and hatch and raising here. Does he have the rookie? Not too sure. This is my locals here at DXN. I believe this is round 3 here. Currently we are both 3-0, so he's going to digivolve into the Sunflowmon, use the effect to tap the Hydra to special summon the Pomu. He's going to play the Samadhi here to suspend his guy, to bottom deck my guy, to then suspend the Joe. I'm going to swing here, I draw off of the egg, and then effect, I do get to play off the Greymon after it dying, and still sitting at 5 memory, which is a good amount. I'm sure I have the Metal Gray here now, although he did bottom deck that male bird, which does really hurt, so let's see what I can do. I still honestly can play it a bit slow. I'm not too threatened at the moment as much. I know, which is kind of crazy to say. But I'm gonna go ahead and play here the blazing here, getting the metal and the gray here. I do have to play around me getting bottom decked as well. That's a thing. So assuming here now that this Greymon is gonna get bottom decked, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the Howling to strip the 2 sources and stun the Argo. So he's gonna raise the Pomu here. Currently sitting with 5 Digimon, 1 stunned only. So he's gonna go into the Blossom here, suspending the Pomu. Digisorption for free. Gotta love it. Effect is so good. I'm gonna swing here, hits into a Gauss, it's good. Argo's gonna swing here, realizes that it's stunned. Quickly inform him that it is indeed. And it looks like I'm actually sitting at, I believe, 2 security left. I do apologize for the framing of the shot here. I tried to make sure there was no glare this time. But in doing so, it made me realize I had to get a lot closer, so hopefully it's not too much of an issue here. So he goes into the Blossom here. He's going to swing with the Hydra, hits into the Greymon, still survives. And then going to the Bloomlord here, effective Bloomlord, he's going to suspend the Argo, and then he is going to unsuspend himself. Gain 4 memory, go to 0, and then swing for 3 checks. First check here, second check is the Plasma, and my initial thought here is I'm going to bounce the Bloom, but I quickly take that back, because if he has another Bloomlord, then I think he can go over the Blossom and just restand, gain a whole bunch of memory, swing again. So I actually bounced the Bloomlord here, and the third check is actually the Sorjo. So I did have actually 3 security, and he's gonna go into the Hydra, bottom deck my guy, and then I go to I believe 9. So I'm gonna go hatch here, go into the Gaussmon, and I think my opponent's at 3 security. We'll find out soon enough, hopefully. But I do have a lot. I'm gonna drop the Decker here for 5 to draw 5 cards in hand. Draw 5 cards from deck. Insane. Such a good card. I'm gonna pop both memory boosts here to go from 4 to 4 to go to 8. And yeah, I'm just kind of seeing here what exactly everything does, and this is where I asked my opponent. So he doesn't get. I'm making sure that when Hydra, when I attack, and you know that they do the whole memory gain. So for every other vegetation fairy, you gain 1 memory. So I want to make sure that it is gain and not lose. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this for 5 to stun all 3 here, not the Bloomlord though, stunning the other 3. And I'm gonna drop the Madoki here, and I'm gonna swing at security, restand. Swing over the Pomu, restand, strip 2 sources off the Sorjo. And I definitely obviously I dropped the Madoki so I don't pass turn. I'm gonna go into the Decker here, slide in the Decker Dramon to stun the Bloomlord. So my opponent here is sitting at 2 memory with 3 level 6s. Yeah, I think I got this locked down pretty well. There's not much you can do here. Worst case scenario, yeah, there's not really much you can do. I didn't really want to go too hard into security because I was afraid I was going to hit a Mimi. And we're going to see him just play Mimi. He's going to go to 3, and then I'm going to go to 7. I'm going to raise my Gaussmon here. Looking pretty good here. I believe my opponent only has 3 security now, so I'm going to swing here. Hits into that Mimi I was talking about. Swing, restand, swing once more, and then swing for the last check for game. And that is game 1. Yeah, this match is pretty favorable, I think, in the Blue Flare matchup. I just feel like Bloomlord does a whole bunch of stuff, and then it just kind of loses steam. And I can just really outlast you. So, or Blue Flare, not me. I'm not good. So he's gonna go ahead and hard drop the Palmon here, getting the Cherrymon. After I put him to 4 off the Sorjo. And funny enough, my opponent, actually the guy I was playing next to me, he looked at my hand, opening hand, and I had the Madoki, the Sorjo, and a Death X. No climb, no other rookies, absolutely nothing else. And he's looking at me and he's like, dude, you're gonna keep this hand? And he literally says it out loud. He's like, you're really gonna keep that hand? At DXN we're playing with Mulligans, and I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I am going to keep this hand. Madoki answers this deck, and so does Death X. So yeah, I'll keep this hand. So let's see how far I can go with this hand. So I'm swinging with the Madoki. I need that draw with the Upa. And I actually end up dropping the Decker Drummon here to draw 2, setting my opponent to 4 here. Kind of risky, but I really needed the draw, obviously. Yeah, he's gonna drop the Palmon here. He's gonna grab the Hydramon, and let's see here what he can do. He needs to definitely swing over the Madoki. There's absolutely no question about that. Letting it survive would not be good. He's gonna go into the Cherry, swing over the Madoki. And then yeah, going to that Hydra to bottom deck. My guy setting me to 7 memory. Going into the Jelly and raising. And here we kind of are again, kind of in a similar situation as we were before, where, as you can see, Blue Flare's just getting a ton of memory off of their plays. And I'm going to go ahead and actually just bounce the Hydra back to hand, and then play a Kirihara, setting him to 2. I think this is a pretty good play. Yes, he can swing with the Palmon, get rid of Sword Drill memory, but he's not even going to do that because he wants to advance his board. So he's going to the Sunflow, drop the Weedmon, sitting at 0. And here we are back again. If he wants to not deny me that Sword Drill memory, he's going to have to Evo the Weedmon, which he does. Go ahead and go into the Agitar. So I'm now currently sitting at 3 memory. I have the Rookie, which is pretty good for me. I can now swing, tap Sorujo to strip its sources and draw 1 off of Upa. I do it into an HPD, which is okay. I'm going to go and play Digicross here for 3 into the Metal Greymon to stun both, swing over the Sunflow, swing once more at security, hits into a Rookie, or a Veggie actually, not too sure. I'm currently sitting at 0, and I'm going to go ahead and evolve here. Still feeling pretty safe with the Digimon that I have out, and going into a Greymon to draw, setting him to 2, trying to do as much minimal as, giving him as much minimal memory as possible. He's going to use the effect of Agitar here to play the Palmon, revealing top 4. He's going to get the Bloom and the Veggie. So pretty good. The Agitar is stunned off of the metal, so not really threatening here to get hit with a Bloomlord swing because it won't really matter. But he's going to Hydra me actually. Hits the HBD, evolves for free. Very good card. Very good card. So let's see what he can do with it. We know for sure the Metal Gray is going to get bottom deck this turn. There's absolutely no way it doesn't. Evolve into the Veggie for 1. Does he pop the boost? Is he going to extend his plays, or is he going to kind of keep it for longer? Probably keeping the memory boost, or not. Don't need it. Let's just run it. Go into the Cherry, going to 0, and let's see if he wants to push it even further. Is he going to evolve into a Bloom, or possibly another Hydra? I was thinking to myself, he evolves into another Hydra. Does he bottom deck both? I don't know. But instead he goes into the Shiva, bottom decking the guy here at the Metal Gray and restanding. Did not see this coming. I know a lot of Bloomlord decks are running Shiva, but I just didn't see it before, so I didn't expect it. I'm gonna go ahead and swing, strip the 2 sources off the Hydra here, draw for Upa. And he was telling me here that I should gain memory, that I should lose memory, but I actually don't, because Shiva's not a vegetation Digimon. So I'm gonna go ahead and evolve here in the back into the Gauss. My Greymon does survive, hitting the Pomumon in security. I can activate option cards, and I think I have a good amount. And I'm currently sitting at 4 security cards here, so Shiva is kind of scary, but at the same time, Not really. So I'm gonna go evolve into the Kumamon, strip the bottom source. Perfect for Metal Gray here. Hits into the Palmon insecurity. Still survives. Which is pretty easy for it to happen against this deck. I'm gonna go ahead and evolve for 5 to stun just the Hydra here. Yeah, setting my opponent at 3. I think I didn't want to. I think I did the Hydra so aggressively because I didn't want him to suspend himself. I wanted him to use an option or a Digimon in order to suspend, and I don't think he can do it with 3 memory with no level 3 on the board. So he's gonna go ahead and swing with the Shiva over the Kiriha here. He's gonna hard play the Veggie, going to 0. We see the Blossom. He does it anyways. He does it anyways. But right now I'm saying pretty good. I have a Gaussian raising and I have a Sorjo, and it looks like he's gonna go into another Hydra here, bottom decking in. And I go to 7. I just swing here and I swing for game here. I do recognize that I was supposed to trash a card off of the restand, which I did end up doing, which it didn't matter anyways. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It does mean a lot. And stay tuned because I have a ton of new EX03 content coming out soon. See ya.